In this podcast, we'll give you an insight into the new features of EDIUS 10.3, Windows 11 support, H.265 software encoder, paste attributes from one clip to another, switch window layout by keyboard shortcut, create clip markers directly in the timeline, real-time playback with skip frame playback settings. Sequences clips show markers and waveform. Sequence clips show their markers as clip markers, and the mixed sum of the sequence is displayed as an audio waveform. Support for latest Intel QuickSync SDK. EDIUS 10 version 10.3 includes the latest Intel Media SDK for enhancement QuickSync hardware encoding and decoding support. Support of AJA TTAP Pro. The newest generation of AJA TTAP I/O hardware supports a preview of up to 4K 60p HDR via HDMI 2.0 and 12G SDI. Automatic naming for export. EDIUS automatically adopts the name of the corresponding sequence for file export. The same applies when converting files in the bin or other file outputs through the exporter window. Access to EDIUS API for enhanced communication with third parties. Due to a new API structure, EDIUS can communicate with other tools and services in the background. This will allow a broad range of functions like footage analyzation and central media asset management. Zoom into player slider area. A new shortcut option allows you to easily zoom into the in-out slider area in the player window. More features are support of variable frame rates, improved memory management, updated format, GPS data and proxy support, and more. For all new features, please visit edius.net/new-in-EDIUS. Let's have a closer look at some of these features. H.265 software encoder. EDIUS 10 allows hardware-accelerated H.265 encoding by NVIDIA GPU or Intel QuickSync. With EDIUS 10 version 10.3, an H.265 software encoder is also introduced. In the H.265 export dialog window, you can now disable the hardware encoder option. Then, the video will be exported by the software encoder. The software and Intel QuickSync H.265 encoder now also allows the export of interlaced footage. Paste attributes from one clip to another. Copying attributes from one clip to another clip is now possible with even more options. To use the new function, copy a clip on the timeline whose attributes you want to copy. Now select a target clip and select Paste Attributes from the right-click menu. Open the Select Attributes option. Here, you can select those attributes that you would like to paste from the original clip. You can paste video filters, mixer settings, keying information, transitions and time effects, audio filters, volume and pan settings, and keyframes. In the dialog window, you can also specify how EDIUS should behave when adopting the selected attributes. For example, if you want to apply a detailed color grading from one clip to another, select Replace when pasting filters. By doing so, existing filters on this clip will be replaced. Another example where this function can be useful is if you have adjusted background music to a voiceover track, but then need to exchange the music clip. In this case, you can simply copy the original clip and paste audio settings such as volume and pan. The keyframe setting of the original clip should be kept. This means that the distance between the individual keyframes is retained and not stretched if the music has a different length. For transitions too, you can specify whether the length of the transitions should be retained or whether they should be stretched to fit. It is very useful to save your favorite setting as default. Switch window layout by keyboard shortcut. Creating customized window layouts make it easier to work on different tasks. Change your EDIUS window layout according to your individual needs. EDIUS 10 version 10.3 now offers keyboard shortcuts to switch between your customized layouts. As an example, we have already applied different layouts for compositing and color grading. Now we create a window layout for audio editing. For this task, we integrate the audio mixer into the window layout and enlarge the timeline. Tip: normally, the EDIUS windows stick to each other. Use the Shift key to undock and arrange the windows freely. Now we show you how to save the window layout. Choose View on the EDIUS menu bar and open the option Window Layout, Save Current Layout. Click on New and name the customized window layout, in our case, Audio. Since it is the 7th window layout we set up, it automatically gets the addition 07. To apply a shortcut to the new window layout, open the user settings and select User Interface Keyboard Shortcut. Here, search for the option Apply Window Layout 07. Click on Assign and choose the F4 key. Tip: when creating keyboard shortcuts, you can also use Alt, Shift and Control for more options. Confirm the keyboard shortcut with OK. Now it is possible to quickly switch between the different layouts for compositing, color grading, and audio editing by pressing the assigned keyboard shortcut. You can save up to 10 customized window layouts and link them to an individual keyboard shortcut. Create clip markers directly in the timeline. Until now, you could only set clip markers in the EDIUS player window. With EDIUS 10 version 10.3, you can also set them directly in a clip on your timeline. This is useful in case you have to move clips on your timeline again. Clip markers are set on the source clip itself and will always move with the clip. To set clip markers on a clip on the timeline, you must first assign keyboard shortcuts. As shown before, keyboard shortcuts can be set in the user settings. Clip markers are used for different purposes in video or audio editing. We recommend working with different colors for clip markers which serve different purposes. Type marker in the filter search field and you will see all assignment possibilities for markers. You can assign shortcuts to set clip markers as well as to clear them. You can either set single markers or in-out markers. We want to set a red clip marker to later mark important areas in a clip. In the list, we select Set Marker Red to selected clips. We assign this clip marker to the shortcut Ctrl-Alt-V. To be able to remove clip markers, select the option Clear Marker on selected clip cursor and assign this option to the shortcut Shift-Ctrl-Alt-V. However, we have already set up a few more shortcuts, so let's have a look at how you can use clip markers on the timeline. For example, you can set a clip marker simply to mark an important moment in a clip. If you wish to remove the marker, simply press the shortcut, which we have just assigned. You can also use clip markers to manually sync video clips. This is useful in cases when you have video footage from different cameras, but not all clips contain audio for automatic audio sync. Choose a specific visual event that occurs in all video clips and set clip markers. Now move the clips on the timeline so the clip markers are matching up. You could also use in-out clip markers to mark areas on your clips where graphics, such as lower thirds or other elements, should be integrated later. Real-time playback with skip frame playback setting. Until now, EDIUS allowed you to skip frames in multicam mode. With EDIUS 10 version 10.3, this option has been moved out of the multicam mode where it is no longer available. Instead, you can now set the number of frames that should be skipped during playback in the menu bar under Full Frames. This function is useful for complex projects or when rendering would be needed. Less CPU power is required and performance will improve. While video frames are skipped, the audio will be played back smoothly. Click here for the next podcast. To subscribe to our YouTube channel, click here. You can find more tips and tricks in our EDIUS podcast. Visit edius.net for more information about EDIUS, plugins, tutorials, and the latest downloads.